and welcome. Thanks for being back on my channel and welcome to today's Vinyasa practice. Let us begin by finding our place and our position on the mat. So find a comfortable seat. Myself, I prefer to sit a little bit on top of something like a block or a cushion, and then just remain in stillness and find your position. We'll begin with a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Feel how you arrive on the mat today. And with every exhale, you let go of the thoughts that you have in your mind from before you arrived here, from yesterday, or from any other time. Now keep your attention on your breath and feel how the air expands in your chest. And how you release it again. And let go of any tension. If you like, you can close your eyes now. And we're going to start with a few neck rolls. Just very gently. And we stay in the lower half circle and don't roll the neck all the way around. Let us then continue with some shoulder rolls. Sometimes when you have been sitting all day, this can cause some weird sounds, but no worries. This kind of movement is very beneficial for the shoulders and you won't hurt anything. And we change direction. And two more. Let's come back to center. And we'll continue then with spine rolls. Try to adapt the pace of the roll to your breath. So for one half circle you inhale and the other half circle exhale. You can do this at any pace you like, whatever feels comfortable for you in this moment. And we'll change direction. And come back to center. Alright, let's come to tabletop position. And you can remove the block for a moment. Your hands below your shoulders. And we inhale, look all the way up. And exhale, roll up the back. Inhale, look all the way up. And exhale, roll up your back. Make sure your hands are right below your shoulders. And you're actively pushing into the mat with your hands. And when you roll up your back, your neck is relaxed and the head is just hanging down. One more time. And come back to neutral. From here we're going to tuck the toes and come up into a downward facing dog. This is our first downward facing dog, so it's perfectly okay if you cannot reach the mat yet with your heels. So we're just gonna walk the dog for a few steps to warm up the thighs. We'll then bring the feet together and rise up to our toes and come back down again. Rise up to the toes and back down again. One more time. And then slowly walk forward between your hands and rise up to standing pose. We will begin this practice with a series of sun salutations. The first one is going to be a very easy version, and when we come to the second round, we will practice the sun salutation in a bit more difficult version. If you prefer, you can also stay with the first round. So we'll inhale and exhale into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the right foot. Place your knee down on the mat. We'll inhale to low crescent lunge. Exhale, bring our hands down to the mat. Step into plank pose. Lower the knees down to the mat. Lower the upper body. Gently lift up into cobra. And we'll come back to downward facing dog. Walk the dog. From here, step forward with the right foot. Lower the left knee. Inhale. And exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Plank pose. And slowly walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, come up to standing pose. Exhale, fold your hands in front of the heart. Let's take it from the second side. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot. Lower your knee. And inhale, rise up to low crescent lunge. Exhale, bring down your hands to the mat. And step back to plank pose. Exhale, bring down your knees. Lower the upper body. Gently lift up to cobra. And inhale, back to downward facing dog. Exhale, walk the dog. Inhale, step forward with the right foot. Lower the left knee. Rise up to low crescent lunge. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Step back to plank pose and walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, all the way up. And fold your hands in front of your heart. Let's take the sun salutation in a slightly more challenging version with high crescent lunge. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with the right foot. And rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, place your hands on the mat. Come into plank pose. And we take it, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot. Rise up to high crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your arms down. Step back to plank pose. And slowly walk forward to the top of the mat. We'll take it from the other side. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Step back with the left foot. High crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your arms down to the mat for plank pose. And we lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with the left foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your arms to the mat. Step into plank pose. And we'll slowly walk forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, bring your arms in front of your heart. Let us begin from here with our first standing sequence. Oh, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward fold. Step back with the right foot into warrior one. From here, inhale and exhale, bring down our arms. Inhale and exhale, bring down our arms. Inhale and exhale. Stay down with the arms, and we turn our right foot to the front and extend the front leg so they are both facing forward. And from here, bending forward into a pyramid pose. We'll keep the hands on the side for the first series to support your balance. And make sure your back is straight and go as much forward as you can and still keep your back straight. Stay here for a few breaths. And then we rise up. Come back to standing. Now shorten your step a little bit. And we're going to step forward into warrior three. It's our first warrior, so you might as well stay a bit more upright and keep your arms to the side for the balance. One more breath here. And on the exhale, place our right foot behind us and rise up to high crescent lunge. From here, place the hands on the mat, step back to plank pose, lower the knees to the mat, and come down to chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. From here, walk all the way between your hands, rise up to halfway lift, exhale, full forward fold, inhale all the way up, exhale, fold the hands in front of your heart. This time we'll step back with the left foot and rise up to warrior one. Exhale, bring your arms down. Inhale, rise up the arms. one more time. From here, bring your left foot a bit more to the inside and extend the right leg as we bend forward to pyramid pose. Keep your back straight, and you can use your arms on the side to adjust your balance. Take one more breath here, and rise up to standing. We shorten our step a little bit, and step forward to this variation of Warrior 3. One more breath here. And we step back with the left foot and rise up to to high crescent lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step back into plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, walk forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold your hands in front of the heart. Let us begin with the second flow series. Inhale up for forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time step back with the right foot. And we have the right foot facing outwards. And we rise up to a Warrior 2. From here, bend back to a reverse warrior. And come back up to Warrior 2. Now extend the left leg as we turn over to triangle pose. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then come back up to standing, back down to Warrior 2. And we bring our hands back to the mat into plank pose. From here, transition to downward facing dog for a moment. And then walk forward to top of the mat. Inhale up. And fold your hands in front of the heart. We'll take it from the other side. Inhale up, forward fold. Exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Step back with the left foot in 90 degrees angle and rise up to Warrior 2. From here, let's take a reverse warrior and come back to Warrior 2. Extend the right leg and return over to triangle pose. Come back up and sink to Warrior 2 once again. We'll turn the hands to the mat. Step into plank pose. Push back to downward facing dog and then slowly walk forward in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, rise up all the way. And exhale, fold your hands in front of the heart. For our next sequence, we're going to inhale and exhale to chair pose. Stay here for a moment. On the next exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. We're going to lift the right knee and exhale. Come to Warrior 3 with a hand variation. You might as well keep your hands on the side. Inhale, bring back the knee. Exhale, Warrior 3. Inhale and exhale. One last time, inhale. And on the exhale, we place the right foot behind us in a high crescent lunge. Sink a little bit deeper into the lunge. We'll place the right hand on the mat and open up to our left side. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Exhale, bring arm down to the mat. As we step forward onto the left leg into standing split. On the next exhale, slowly bring your leg back down. You keep your weight on the left leg. As we rise up, I will turn to the side, but you can stay in front of the mat. We'll finish this sequence with a tree pose. If you like, you can bring up your hands above your head. And we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Exhale, bring down your hands and release your foot. Stay for a moment in mountain pose to feel the difference between the two sides of your body. We'll then begin with the other side. Inhale up and exhale to chair pose. Stay here for 2 breaths. And bring your hands in front of your heart. We're then going to shift the weight to the right leg. Lift up the left knee. Inhale. And exhale to Warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale to Warrior 3. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. We'll bring up the knee once again. Inhale. And then on the exhale, step back into a high crescent lunge. From here, we're going to place the left hand beside our foot and open up into the twist. Exhale, bring down the right hand. So you have your hand on either side of the foot. Bring them a bit more to the front and step up to standing split. You might as well bend your knee if that feels good for you. Slowly bring down your left foot, but you keep the weight on the right foot. Rise up. And once again, you can stay on top of your mat. I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see the tree pose. And on the inhale, lift up your arms. to prayer pose. Stay here for a few breaths. And exhale, bring down your hands. And then also release the foot. And we'll stay in mountain pose to connect ourselves to the mat first of all, and to the earth. And close our eyes for a moment to just feel the energy and maybe a transition in the body that has started during this practice. Let us then come to a seated position on the mat. Our next pose will be boat pose, which is a pose that is very intense for our belly. So, there are different variations. You shift your weight to the back, but keep a straight back, and then lift up your feet. You can either keep your hands here. Please do not pull, but you can still have the hands under the knees to have some support. Or if you like, you can open your hands and your arms to choose another variation of this pose. Now make sure your shoulders are back, so you don't turn in your shoulders, and we'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Slowly exhale, bring your hands back to your legs and slowly lower your feet. We're then going to place our hands behind our hips, hands facing forward, and extend our legs. Lift up the legs into reverse tabletop, or extended version of reverse tabletop. If this doesn't feel good for you, you can also have your heels closer to you and then lift up your hips. Exhale, lower your hips and extend your legs once again. So for our next pose, we're going to extend the right leg and cross the left leg over it. Take a deep inhale, facing to the right side. And as we exhale, turn over to the left. Press the right elbow towards the left knee and try to look around as much as you can. Exhale, slowly come back to center, and we'll shift sides. Extend the left leg, cross the right leg over it. Going to inhale on the left side, and exhale on the right. Press the left elbow towards the right knee, and you look around you as far as you can. Exhale. Come back to center. So for the next pose, we're going to grab the right foot and place it on the inside of the left thigh. And then take a deep inhale up. Twist our upper body and exhale across the left leg. If you like, you can walk forward with your hands a little bit. And slowly walk back again. We'll change side. Extend the right leg. Pull the left leg towards the inner thigh. Inhale up. And exhale across the right leg. Exhale, slowly walk back. We'll have a twist pose where I'm going to turn to the side so it's easier for you to see it. We'll start with the right leg, take it towards you. So the knee is facing all the way to the front. And then you take the left leg and cross it over. So for some people this can be already a quite intense stretch and you can remain upright with your upper body. Just make sure that the knees are kind of stacked on top of each other. So you have the option to add your arms. You're going to extend your arms to the side. Bring the left arm in front of us and go under with the right arm. And then you just twirl them to eagle arms. We'll stay in an upright seat. If you like, you can bend forward just a little bit. Exhale, come back up. We'll first release the arms and then release the legs. We'll change side right away. Take the left leg first, so your knee is facing to the front, and stack the right knee on top of it. Extend your arms to the side. Bring the right arm to the front. Go underneath with the left arm and twirl them up. You can stay here. If you like, bend forward a little bit. Come back up, release the arms first, and then release the legs to the side. We'll continue with swan pose. So you can come to a tabletop position and now have one block or two blocks ready. We will begin by bringing the left leg in front of us in a sort of 90, 45 degrees angle. That's all up to you, whatever feels best for you. And maybe you want to move back a little bit with your hips. And you can use one block underneath your hip for support. And first of all, find a comfortable position here. You can stay upright with your hands on the mat. Or if you like, come down to your elbows. In that case, place your forehead on the block, or if you like, you can also come all the way down with your face on the mat. Stay here for a few breaths. And with every breath, sink a little bit further into the stretch. Your next exhale, slowly come back up and out of the pose. Come back into tabletop. Now let's try this on the other side. Bring your right leg in front of you. Move back with your knee and with the hips. And place a block under your hip. And then if you like, come all the way down and place your forehead on the block. Exhale and slowly come out of the pose and back to tabletop. You can put the blocks aside as we won't need them at the moment. From here, start with the hands below our shoulders and then walk forward with the hands a little bit and place the forehead on the mat. Make sure that your thighs, your legs, are still facing straight up. So you have your legs in a 90 degrees angle to the mat. And your arms are extended all the way to the front. This is puppy pose. It's a very nice stretch for the shoulders. And also for the upper back and the chest. From here, slowly walk back your hands again, not all the way under the shoulders. We're just going to sit down on the calves and stay in child's pose for a moment. Slowly come out of the pose. And come back to a seat, upright seat. We're going to have one of the last stretches for the hamstrings. So all we're going to do is place our hands behind us. So for some people this is already a very intense stretch, which is perfectly fine. If you like, you can walk back even more, and I'm sure you will feel a strong stretch in your hamstrings. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And slowly come back up again. We'll come back to a seated position. And then we'll grab our feet, bring them together, and pull the feet towards us. Into butterfly pose. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And then release the legs and have them dangling a little bit. As a last exercise, we come back to a seated position. If you like, you can once again take a seat on your block, or stay in butterfly if that feels more comfortable for you. And we're going to work on a breathing exercise. Normally breathing exercises are in the beginning of the practice, but I quite like to place them rather in the end, because by working through the practice we can already release a lot of tension and then let go of all the tension in our body, so we're finally free to just focus on the breath. So take a seat and close your eyes for a moment and just focus on your breathing. Sense if your inhale has the same duration as your exhale, or if there is any difference between those two. Now once you've found the most comfortable duration of your breath, take an inhale together, retain the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale all the way out for 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll start again with an inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now take a few rounds at your own pace. You inhale and then retain the breath. Count to 4. Exhale and retain the breath for 4. When you're ready, finish the last round of this exercise and then return to normal breathing. We will now prepare ourselves for Shavasana, for the final resting pose. So welcome to lay down on the mat. Extend your legs. Maybe you want to lift up your hips once again so they are in balance, and slowly come down to a comfortable position. Make sure your shoulders are even. And your palms are facing upward. Bring your attention to the breath once again and find the most comfortable pace of breath for yourself in this moment. Bring your attention to your body, especially to the changes you can feel after this practice. And also sense where the breath is going in your body as you're focusing on it. So when you're ready, bring back your attention to your body and to your breath, to the place where you are right now. Might want to move your fingers a little bit, your fingertips, your toes, to become aware of the space around you. And then slowly turn over to one side. Keep your eyes closed and come back up to a seated position. Let us bring the hands in front of our hearts for an affirmation today. I am grateful, and I'm grateful for the world around me. Bring your hands to your heart and to your forehead, and we'll bow forward together. We'll thank our body and ourselves for today's practice. Namaste.